Hi, I'm Deli Dutton, and we're making another dragon for Smaugust. I've decided that instead of prompts, I'm going to try and do a different art supply for each dragon I draw this month. This time I'm going to use some cute multicolor hex washi tape that I got from Daiso in Japan. I'm also going to paint the background with gouache, but I definitely want to use at least a different art supply for the actual dragon. If stuff comes up more than once for details or background stuff, that's fine. I wanted this dragon to be perched on a large rock with his tail wrapped around it for stability. I really like how his pose came out, just like how he's got his weight shifted. He looks like he's climbed up here and was alerted to something and now is thinking of launching off into the sky. I couldn't figure out how I wanted his head and neck though, but I ended up going with a shorter neck and a head crest that kind of has some dinosaur vibes. I really like how his expression turned out. Here's the tape I'm using. It's very cute. I waited until the paint was totally dry before putting down any tape. This washi tape is not very sticky, so it didn't damage the paper at all. I almost wish it was slightly more sticky because cutting the tiny areas around the fingers was kind of tricky. The smaller the area, the more it wanted to come up with the X-Acto knife. Might have also helped to have a slightly sharper X-Acto knife. The larger areas of tape were much easier to trim. I'm excited to be using washi tape again. I got into adding it to art a while ago, and there's a couple of my early videos that have it in it. But those are from before I moved from Japan. All of my washi tape got put in my shipping containers, so it's been a while since I've had access to them. Washi tape can add some neat effects to a drawing. Either a nice stripe or a cool pattern. It also has kind of a layered effect. Plus, I also just really enjoy using a bunch of different art supplies in a project. Like, I totally can just use one or two things, but like, what if there's a detail I can't get with one, or a texture? Use your resources wisely. Especially since I do a lot more traditional art than I do digital. I'm putting down some black Posca for the line art. The original layer of pen wasn't showing up very well, and I tried to layer a normal micron pen over it, but it did not want to write on the tape. Honestly, the Posca did not want to write on the tape either, and it was kind of trying to feather a little. However, I do like the effect. It kind of makes the dragon look like it's made of glass, even though it's on paper. Which is a cool idea for a dragon. A glass dragon. They're created when an adult dragon breathes fire on sand and creates a glass dragon egg. When it hatches, the dragon's scales are hardened glass, and all the muscles and such are made out of hot molten glass. As they grow, they can add bits of colored glass to their bodies and eventually become like a whole stained glass dragon. Some, however, strive to remain crystal clear to remain difficult to see. They can also reshape their bodies fairly easily. They can be kind of fragile, and their scales are very sought after as beautiful treasures, but they're still very dangerous to fight. Their claws are very sharp, and they can breathe hot, melty glass and fire at enemies. However, if befriended with pretty sparklies and bits of beautiful glass, they can be persuaded into helping make some amazing glass objects. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to continue on this art journey with me. Bye!